10 minutes ago, Kash Patel walked into a closed-door House Oversight hearing. What happened next will shake the FBI to its foundation. I'm talking leaked documents, secret meetings, Epstein connections, and a room full of lawmakers who just witnessed something they can't unsee. My name is John Smith, and I've covered Capitol Hill for over a decade. I've sat through hundreds of hearings. But what I'm about to show you, this is different. This is the kind of evidence that doesn't just trend, it ends careers. And if you care about transparency, about justice, about what really happened in those Epstein files, you need to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell right now. Because this story is moving fast, and the establishment is already scrambling to bury it. Let me set the scene. Whistleblower, an FBI agent whose name we cannot reveal, sent a manila envelope to Congressman Jamie Raskin's office. Inside, a 6-page internal memo dated March 2019. The subject line, Epstein case, interagency coordination meeting, attendees confidential. And right there on page 2, handwritten in the margin, Patel attended. No record filed. Now, Kash Patel has been positioned as the reformer, the outsider, the guy who's supposed to clean up the FBI. But this memo, it puts him in a room with senior FBI officials, DOJ lawyers, and intelligence liaisons, just weeks before Jeffrey Epstein's arrest. And here's the kicker. There's no official log of this meeting. No minutes. No agenda. Nothing in the federal record. It's a ghost meeting. So Raskin calls an emergency session. Closed doors. No press. But I've got sources inside that room, and what they're telling me is explosive. Patel walks in with 2 attorneys. His face, stone cold, but his hands are shaking. I'm not exaggerating. Multiple witnesses confirmed it. He sits down, adjusts his tie 3 times, and stares at the table. Raskin opens with a simple question. Mr. Patel, were you present at an interagency meeting regarding the Epstein case on March 14, 2019? Silence. 5 full seconds. You could hear the air conditioning hum. Then Patel's lawyer leans in, whispers something, and Patel says, I don't recall attending any meeting of that nature. Don't recall. That's the tell. That's the phrase they use when they're cornered. Because outright lying is perjury. But I don't recall. That's the escape hatch. And Raskin knows it. He slides a document across the table. It's the memo. Page 2. And he reads aloud, attendees, Deputy Director Bodick, Asa Strauss, CIA Liaison Fenwick, and National Security Advisor Patel. He pauses, looks up. Mr. Patel, is that your title at the time? Patel's jaw tightens. His lawyer puts a hand on his shoulder. And then, this is where it gets insane, Raskin pulls out a second document. It's a sign-in sheet, physical paper. And there, in black ink, is a signature that forensic analysts are already saying matches Patel's handwriting. The room erupts. Republican members start objecting, calling it political theater. But Raskin doesn't stop. He's got momentum. He asks, what was discussed in that meeting? Patel's lawyer interrupts. My client will not be answering questions about classified discussions without proper clearance protocols. But Raskin fires back. This meeting was never classified. It was never logged. It doesn't exist in any official capacity. So what exactly are you protecting? Now, if you're watching this and your blood is boiling, do me a favor, smash that like button. Because the algorithm is trying to suppress videos like this. YouTube doesn't want you to see this. The FBI doesn't want you to see this. But we're going to make sure millions do. So like, comment, and share this video everywhere. Let's make them face the truth. Back in the hearing room, Raskin isn't done. He introduces a third document, an email chain. It's between FBI's Office of Public Affairs and the DOJ, dated 2 weeks after Epstein's arrest. Subject, media containment, interagency coordination. And buried in the thread, there's a line. Confirm with Patel before issuing any statement on prior knowledge. Prior knowledge. Let that sink in. This isn't about what happened after Epstein was arrested. This is about what the FBI knew before. And Patel was in the loop. He was part of the machinery that decided what the public would and wouldn't know. And now he's being positioned to lead that same FBI. Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's also on the committee, jumps in. She's visibly angry. She says, Mr. Patel, you've built your reputation on being the anti-corruption crusader. You've accused others of cover-ups. But you were in a secret meeting about the biggest scandal in modern American history. And you filed no paperwork, no report, no disclosure. How's that not a cover-up? Patel's face goes red. He starts to respond, then stops. His lawyer whispers again. And then Patel says the 5 words that change everything. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. The room goes silent. Dead silent. Because invoking the Fifth in a congressional hearing isn't just legally significant, it's politically radioactive. You only take the Fifth if answering the question could incriminate you. And Patel just did it. On the record. In front of a dozen lawmakers, their staffers and stenographers. Raskin leans back, shakes his head, and says, "Let the record show that the nominee for FBI director has refused to answer whether he participated in meetings related to the Jeffrey Epstein case." He lets that statement hang in the air. Then he adjourns the session. Now, here's what happened next. Within minutes, the leak goes wide. CNN, MSNBC, Fox. Every network is running the story. X explodes. Kash Patel Epstein meeting is trending #1 globally. And the White House. Radio silence. No statement. No defense. Nothing. But here's what you need to understand. This isn't just about Kash Patel. This is about a pattern. A system. Because if Patel was in that meeting, who else was? What was decided? Why was Epstein allowed to operate for so long with so many powerful people in his orbit? And why is every single institution, FBI, DOJ, intelligence agencies, so desperate to keep those answers buried? I want you to pause and think about this. We're not talking about conspiracy theories anymore. We're talking about documented evidence. Signatures, emails, congressional testimony. This is real. This is happening. And if we don't demand answers, if we don't keep the pressure on, this will get memory hold just like everything else. So here's what you do. Right now, drop a comment below. Tell me, who do you think was really calling the shots in that meeting? Was Patel just following orders, or was he part of the cover-up? I read every comment, and I want to hear your theories. And then, this is crucial. Share this video. Send it to your family, your friends, your coworkers. Send it to everyone. Because the mainstream media will bury this in 48 hours. We can't let that happen. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because I'm going to be covering every single development in this story. Tomorrow, I'm breaking down the forensic analysis of that signature. I've got an interview lined up with a former FBI agent who says this kind of ghost meeting is standard operating procedure for politically sensitive cases. And I'm tracking down the other attendees. This is just the beginning. Before I let you go, I want you to watch the previous episodes in this series. I've got videos breaking down the original Epstein flight logs, the DOJ's mishandling of the case, and the mysterious death in that Manhattan cell. Links are on screen right now. Watch them. Understand the full picture. Because this isn't a standalone scandal. It's a chapter in the greatest cover-up in American history. Let me be very clear about what's at stake here. If Kash Patel gets confirmed as FBI director after invoking the Fifth about his Epstein connections, it sends a message to every corrupt official in Washington. You can lie, you can cover up, you can protect predators, and you'll still get promoted. That cannot stand. America is watching. The world is watching. And we will not let this go. This is no longer theory. This is documented fact. Kash Patel was in that room. He signed that paper. He invoked the Fifth. And now he wants to lead the FBI. If that doesn't terrify you, you're not paying attention. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button one more time. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next breakdown. Because this story, it's far from over.